Hi everyone, welcome. This is Tony D with a screenwriter's take on William Goldman. William Goldman, my screenwriting god, has passed away, sadly, if you haven't heard. Just like Stan Lee, this is a devastating blow to the world of screenwriting. He was a great man. He wrote my favorite book on screenwriting, Adventures in the Screen Trade. This is my copy. As you can see, it's very well worn, read many times. Just so many great tips in this book. And he wrote a few other books on the subject. All his books are really great. You know, he was just a great writer, and you should definitely check this out. One of the favorite stories I have from this book is he wrote The Stepford Wives, and this story sort of illustrates what it's like to be a screenwriter in the process of turning your screenplay into a movie, and the pitfalls you may have just because, well, people are human, and well, here's the story in a nutshell. You can read it in detail in the book. 1975, they're going to make the Stepford Wives. The premise of the movie is these rich men replace all their wives with amazingly hot robots. So as William says in his book, if you're going to hump a piece of plastic the rest of your life, you better make sure it looks like Bo Derek. But the director pitches this actress to play the lead Stepford wife, and he immediately knows it in his brain who the person is and the actress, and he knows that she's not super hot. I mean, she's an actress, so she's pretty good looking, but she's not Bo Derek good looking, which is who he envisions someone like with those kind of looks at the time. This is 75 for the role, and the director pitches this woman, and William Goldman is forced to say yes. And why is he forced to say yes? Well, it just so happens this lead actress is married to the director, so he can't very well turn around and say, oh, your wife's not hot enough to be a Stepford wife. So he had to go along with that casting choice, and really it ends up kind of hurting the movie when you think about it. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, you know, what he says. So that's just one of the things, you know, when you're working on a movie, you're working with human beings, and, you know, some of that stuff you just can't avoid. But Goldman worked on, I got his IMDb here, and it's just an amazing list of movies. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, of course, which the entire screenplay is in the back of Adventures in the Screenplay. Harper with Paul Newman, you know, The Stepford Wives, All the President's Men, another great screenplay. My favorite is Marathon Man. If you haven't seen Marathon Man with Dustin Hoffman and Laurence Olivier, you gotta see that movie. It's a great, great film. Just so many. Heat with Burt Reynolds, The Princess Bride, which is the one he'll probably be most remembered for. Misery, which is just phenomenal. I just love the movie Misery. It's so hard to watch, but it's great. Chaplin with Robert Downey. I mean, the guy just knew his writing. You could check out his IMDb, and definitely check out Adventures in the Screen Trade. I mean, this guy knew his stuff, and I think his advice holds up today. I really do. I mean, the technology changes, but the creative process is always kind of going to be similar, you know, similar enough. So, man, it's just been a tough week. Stan Lee, of course, I'm a big comic guy. I do a lot of comics as well as screenplays, so it's just been a rough week for me. Stan Lee and William Goldman, I wish them both Godspeed in the next life, where I hope you're making comics and movies the way they should be made. And so, thanks for tuning in on A Screenwriter's Take. Check out the Web Comic Factory and Superfrat. And if you're in the South Jersey area, you're seeing this on November 17th. I'm doing a signing at River City Comics at noon, probably to about 5 or 7. So stop by if you're in the area. And we'll see you next time. Bye.